the lead development agency for artists and arts organisations in Northern Ireland, and part of that is very much about ensuring that communities have access to arts activities. For example, the Intercultural Arts programme that we're launching today celebrates the work of minority ethnic artists living and working in Northern Ireland.
It is important to look at art from all different ethnic minorities. I think it's sometimes lost because it's not seen as art, it's seen as just, traditional textiles, for example.
My being here in Northern Ireland is as well the journey. I discovered many wonderful, inspiring people that would be part of my work, that I would dedicate my work to.
Every time I have an exhibition, I will apply for funding, so I get some funding from Arts Council. And this is a great opportunity to exhibit and get a more variety of audience.
We're committing £300,000 of Arts Council funding to working with communities at a local level. We've managed programmes previously like the Reimaging Communities programme, which again was very much a community-led project across Northern Ireland. It was managed by the Arts Council, and it was very much looking at the signs of sectarianism and racism that are within our communities across Northern Ireland.
Very often in the past, the Crumlin Road was associated with negativity, with violence, the Troubles, the 1970s and the 80s, and paramilitary activity. So what we wanted to do was to link into the history and the positive history of the area. The Arts Council made funding available through the Reimaging Communities programme. We made an application, and to our great surprise, Kathy, isn't that right?
Yeah,
we received funding, which was excellent.
This panel is called "The Hearth is the Heart of the Home," and this is the panel that Kathy and Dinah and Jackie would have worked on. And so the memories of Dinah, who would be one of the youngest members of our little group, and Winnie, who'd been the oldest, their memories were very similar for this area.
I mean, when you were sitting there and somebody, maybe Winnie would have said something, everybody else went, "Oh, I remember that." It was absolutely fantastic, so it was.
There was a lot of consultation within the community, and it did take 2 or 3 years. It wasn't done quickly.
This mural is one that's very close to my heart because it depicts the history of the redevelopment process of the Tudor neighbourhood on the Crumlin Road. It shows the old housing before it was redeveloped. I love this one. There's a collage of images. I think Lucy's done a fantastic job.
A lot of these photographs you took yourself and documented the sort of the decline, and then obviously the upturn, you know what I mean, with the new housing, which is represented here. And the question mark is mirrored, so you're reflecting yourself back into the piece of work.
There's so much diversity in this, and it came from so many different sources, which makes it really, I think, such a worthwhile project and a valuable project for this community.
We support a variety of both arts organisations and arts projects. Headliners are regional in their focus. They have offices both in Belfast and Derry. The organisation focuses on creative arts for young people through the medium of journalism.
What do you think are the problems facing young people today?
A lot. Well, starts off jobs. People discriminate against a young person in a job. They're asking for experience, and you're going, well, I need to get a job before I can get experience.
What we exist to do is to give young people a voice on issues that affect them, because very often they're ignored, they get a bad press, they're all lumped together with the same labels of louts and hoodies and troublemakers.
We're trying to get the opinions of people who are disabled. Their opinions aren't usually heard, even though they matter. And when they're asked about what their opinions are, it's usually on the subject of disabilities.
The children in the fountain, right, they live over here in the fountain. They all go into the bus and they get bussed over to the school in the waterside, and they don't talk to anybody else. Do you know what I mean? And how are we supposed to be friends with each other when we won't even go to school together?
The Arts Council for Northern Ireland funded us for quite a number of years, and what that has allowed us to do is really work with a wide range of young people on issues, and really it's about that whole learning through journalism, that young people are given that voice. And when you see a young person from our project, or a number of young people going up and presenting at conferences, being very articulate and very clear in what they want and what their opinion is, engage them with other young people and adults in their lives. That sends out a very clear message to us that something's working.
We have so many great examples of the impact that the arts can have. For example, with Reimaging Communities, feedback from participants would say that communities take pride in the work that they produce because it is community-led, because it is a dialogue with the artist, expressing themselves in a positive way. What we're saying is that arts can be used as a very powerful tool for change.
Creativity, at the heart of everything you do.